Many times you hear about people saying, hey, you can buy with literally no money out of pocket. Is this true? Well, today we're going to take a look at 3 different loan types that may set you up for that possibility. However, before we jump into those 3 loan programs, I need to make a clear differentiator. You see, there are some programs that require no money out of pocket, but then you still have closing costs. So if the closing costs are monies you're still having to come in with, then that truly was not a no money out of pocket loan, right? Because you got the down payment covered, but not the closing costs. So in these 3 loan options that we're going to review together, I'm going to break down how to truly come in with 0 money out of pocket. So let's start with one of the most popular ones, which is the USDA loan. Now, for those friends that live in rural areas, you may be able to finance 100% of the purchase price. So if the home is going for $400,000, then you would finance the full $400,000, which takes care of part A, right? Which is the down payment. Now you don't have to worry about coming in with a minimum down. Now, it is special financing for rural areas. So if you're not sure if the home that you're interested is or is not in a rural area, if you see here, we'll provide you with the eligibility link. That way you can enter the address and then it tells you whether the home you're looking at is eligible for that rural housing loan. Now, let's talk about who can qualify for USDA loans. Anyone who lives in or will purchase in areas defined by USDA as rural. Now, the households with low to moderate income for their area. Additionally, first-time and repeat home buyers. The big key thing is you have to own or occupy the property. Now, the benefits of a USDA home loan financing is this. 1, it's 100% financing of the purchase price, so no minimum down payment. You do get a better than average interest rate with that program. The program does allow credit scores as low as 540. However, just be mindful that with the 540, you're probably not going to get the best deal. 0 down payment options, which is great. Another benefit with these USDA loans is that if you do buy in a rural area, as cities and areas expand, there's the potential increase for appreciation in your home's property value, which is definitely a plus. An additional benefit with the USDA loan is this. We finance 100% financing. However, what if the appraisal happens to come in slightly higher than your contract price? So let's say you got into contract at $350 and it appraises at $360. Well, the cool thing with USDA loans is that it's one of the unique programs that will allow us to actually finance some of your closing costs. So then if there was a $10,000 difference between your contract price and the appraised value, congratulations. Now you may be able to increase your loan amount to cover your closing costs, giving you the opportunity for a true 0 money out of pocket loan because now we've solved it. We took care of the down payment and potentially the closing cost if it appraises for a little bit more. The second way to potentially buy with no money out of pocket is with the ever so popular VA loan, the Veterans Administration loan. So let's take a look at that really quick. So the nice thing about the VA loan is there is no down payment requirement. So that's great. So you can borrow up to 100% of the property's value at the time of purchase. It does allow for refinances down the road, which is great. But one of the biggest benefits is that there is no private mortgage insurance. As to compared to the USDA loan, there is a small mortgage insurance fee, but VA has 0 mortgage insurance, which tends to give veterans a much, much lower monthly payment. Another flexibility about the VA loan is that it allows for much higher debt to income ratios. So that gives veterans more purchase power that they may be looking for. Now, what are the VA loan requirements? So the requirements for the VA loan is you have to have served in the, military, Army, Navy. You must be a veteran and must have a valid certificate of eligibility. If you're not sure whether you're eligible, not a problem. Reach out to us as a VA approved lender. We can actually take your information, go directly to the VA system, and then help you identify if you are eligible now or when you will become eligible. Now, we talked about how VA does not require a down payment, but we still have closing costs. The nice thing with today's market is that depending on the home, if there's not many offers going on that property, you may be able to negotiate closing costs. So then we will have solved the true no money down loan again. 100% financing by VA. And then if you're able to negotiate a seller credit for closing costs, then now we've covered both sets of the equation and you're literally buying with no money out of pocket. This brings us to our third and newest product offering, which is the FHA Zero Down Mortgage Program. Now, this is a new program, so let's take a look at that. Now, What is a no down payment mortgage? Well, it's a mortgage where you don't have to come in with a minimum contribution. So the zero down, here's the requirements. One, you must occupy the property as your primary residence. This is not designed to help build your real estate portfolio. This is help to promote home ownership and people that are going to buy and occupy those properties. It does come with a fixed rate loan option only. We want to mitigate your risk and provide you with fixed payments, so that it is going to come with a fixed payment, fixed rate. Credit scores as low as 620 to qualify, which is pretty dang lenient. Like we mentioned, no down payment requirement. And the cool thing about it is that this is eligible for first time and repeat home buyers. So you don't have to be a first time buyer. You just have to occupy the property that you're looking at purchasing. Now, how does this all work? Well, here's how it works. The FHA Zero Down program still finances 96.5% of the total purchase price. However, then they allow us to get you a second mortgage that provides the other 3.5% of the purchase price as a repayable lien. So it is two separate loans, but it is helping you bridge the gap between your down payment. So if this is something that you're interested in, because of course there are income restrictions and things like that, let us know. We'd love to take the opportunity to show you whether you may be eligible for the FHA Zero Down program. And again, depending on the home and the negotiation, if you're able to get a credit for closing costs with the seller, then now you may be able to buy with the FHA Zero Down with no down payment and possibly get your closing costs covered, as we mentioned a few moments ago. Now, what if I'm already a homeowner? Well, here's an option to be able to purchase with zero money out of pocket. The ever popular home equity option. So let's take a look at two of them. So one, you've got what's called a HELOC, and then you've also got a HELOAN. And the basic difference between the two is that the HELOC operates like a credit card. You can use it and pay it off and use it and pay it off. The HELOAN is a one-time loan that you receive, you pay off, but you can't use it again. So this has become a very, very popular way to access some of your equity in order to buy other real estate and expand your real estate portfolio, or maybe even upgrade because you've already outgrown the current home you have. So can you buy with no money out of pocket? Absolutely. I just showed you 4 different ways on how to do that. So if you've got any questions to see whether you're eligible for one of these 4 financing types, please give us a call, shoot us a text. We're at your service.